But how does this region punch its weight in terms of transport and getting its fair share going forward, given that we've got two examples here of rival cities that are really in pole position? Any thoughts on that, how this region gets itself in a stronger position?
I mean, my view is that the plan that comes in place for next year, which then lasts for 15 years, has to be absolutely crystal clear. So not a vague, fluffy sort of strategy. It then leads to a set of clear priorities, which are fully endorsed by both the public and private sector stakeholders in the sub-region. We understand why we're doing that in economic terms and its impact in carbon terms. Then what we do is we align both the human and financial resources to delivering those schemes in the short to medium term, but planning for the longer term. And then what you do is you use that as a springboard for lobbying and making the case externally, but having that absolute clarity, which replicates what we see elsewhere. So we have people that don't directly benefit from the scheme, but recognise its impact and benefits the city region. That's where we need to be. And then making sure all those policies that are in place then support those schemes.
And I'd add to that and say I think we've got to the point now where transport being a key part of economic growth, it's not an argument about that anymore now. I recognised in the past that a scheme-based approach just go around in circles, and I think that we don't have to work too hard now to perhaps replicate Manchester's approach to what we need to do for the city region. Difficult though it may get at times, and moving people along with that thinking, when they're not all with you all the time. But I think through the work that David's done in particular, that case has been proven.
And I think the fact that there's less money around, which will encourage people to work closer together, to think differently about how they deliver the transport investment and how they do, what sorts of solutions that investment's made in. I think is going to be quite stark, actually. It will drive that sort of change.
Yeah, and I'd add to that is realism about what transport can do and it can't. So one of the big questions at the margin of all of this is, as the ring fences come down and the economic focus increases, is transport versus regen versus housing versus skills. You've got to make the case in the round. And actually, if it is, what we're doing over the next 10 years is less transport intensive because these other things will do more for our economy, then so be it.